Hello viewers, don't want to make this a long video, but I want to address the changes I'm making in the comments. And it's not, if you don't cause problems, it doesn't affect you. It only affects the people who cause problems, because after getting stressed out over I just don't want to deal with arguing with these people anymore, and I don't want to, this has nothing to do with people who disagree with me. This is about intimidation, and this is about insensitivity. I could say it like Tom Petty says, "You don't know how it feels to be me." Something like that. I can't sing, but it's a song by Tom Petty. These people just don't know how it feels, and they're trying to tell me how to feel. Don't tell me how to feel, all right? I know you're speaking up for a certain demographic. Maybe they're not all a certain demographic. Some of them may just be people who support a certain demographic. But look, and what I mean by a certain demographic, you know who I mean. I don't have to tell you. These uppity white finance professionals that only want to be with their own kind, sitting pretty in their own enclave on the South Shore where the rest of us go through hell. That's what I'm talking about, all right? And this video isn't not about them. It's about the fact that I'm not going to put up with the people who defend them anymore. I'm done with it. You can disagree with me on anything, but you know what? When it comes to constantly, I've talked about, well, people will say, I did the Pine Barrens video, and I said, somebody said, "Oh, why did you go to the Pine Barrens if you had heat stroke so easily?" First of all, I wasn't expecting it to be so humid. I was expecting the humidity to drop throughout the afternoon. That didn't happen. Two, emotionally, I needed to go. And I put myself at risk for heat stroke because of that. And I did have some heat exhaustion, but emotionally I had to go there. And again, I've said how much the Pine Barrens mean to me, but some people it just goes in one ear and out the other. It just doesn't end, and it just never ends with them. And then somebody said, "Oh well, as long as you're wearing a mask, you'll be fine." The mask is to prevent. How many times I've said it's to prevent you from spreading the virus. Not so much helps a little bit protecting yourself from getting the virus to someone else, but the main thing is to stop the virus from spreading to other people. Again, they don't get it. You're just dealing with arrogant people, and I've run out of patience for your viewpoint is shut down on this channel from now on. All right? I don't want to hear it anymore. All right, I don't want to hear any more defense of these people. All right, I don't want to hear it. You can defend them on your own channel. You can talk about it, but on here, I'm done with it, and I'm done with the insensitivity toward people with disabilities. I'm done with it. If anyone is insensitive about it, they're blocked. That's it. That's all there is to it. This has nothing to do with people say this is not. Look, I want to. It's not that everybody has to agree with me, but I'm tired of the same people making the same argument time and time again, and then I see their little comment gets like 6 or 7 likes because that's intimidation. Because that's what these people do. They intimidate. They intimidate people. This is what they do. Get their way all the time. This is how they do it. You're not getting your way here. This isn't the Long Island Railroad. This is my channel. I don't have to let you talk. This isn't a public meeting. So I'm not going to let you talk anymore. I'm shutting you all up. That's it. I don't want to hear from you anymore. All right? I'm done with the snobs. I'm done with and I'm done with those who defend them. I don't want to hear it anymore. I just don't. I'm done with it. I'm out of patience. I'm a nice guy, but just pushed me a little too far here with all that's going on. What can I say? I've already spoken about this whole notion of one size fits all with this whole virus and how we react to it. People react differently. Some people, they can stay at home. They can do well at home. They can do well in the heat. I'm not one of those people, partially because of my situation, partially because I have a brick wall there, partially because if I cook in here, it gets really hot. I tried actually the other night cooking something in here, and it got up to 80 degrees in here with the air conditioner on. You got to understand something. That air conditioner, I don't know how many BTU. I don't know if it's 8,000 or 10,000. Maybe it's 9,000 or something. But it goes into an alleyway where the temperature is easily 10 to 20 degrees warmer than it is in the surrounding area. So that air conditioner has to work very hard. All my windows face an alleyway. All right, so that's number one. All right, if I was in a different situation, if I had a house, if I had a different type of situation, maybe I wouldn't have gone out as much throughout this pandemic. But I don't. So don't tell me what to do. I love these people who tell me, oh, you are supposed to go out. Why did you go out? You put other people's health at risk. I never put other people's health at risk. I always had my mask on and stayed 6 feet away from other people, all right? Your demographic is the one putting people at risk because you don't want to wear the mask, all right? That's the reality of it. So again, this whole one-size-fits-all notion, just like Phil Murphy, and he said, oh, no indoor dining until further notice in New Jersey. Even though today we had temperatures in the upper 90s in Jersey and then severe thunderstorms in the afternoon. The man has no concept at all. And I'm not even looking at it from a business point of view, which is outrageous to begin with, but also just from a point of view of somebody in my situation in New Jersey needs to eat inside. A restaurant can't. That's some people are okay with that. Some people, they don't want to eat in restaurants. That's fine. But give people the choice. If they want to go to eat, sit in a restaurant, as long as they follow the rules, stay 6 feet apart from the nearest person, and if you can't, you have to wear a mask like when you order, then just do it that way. What is the big deal? But Phil Murphy doesn't get it. And Andrew Cuomo is doing the same thing for the poor folks in New York City, and it's terrible. But a certain demographic always defends this behavior. They always defend it because, again, they haven't been hit by the coronavirus. They've been sitting pretty this whole time. The stock market went up again today, despite the cases climbing in the United States. They've been working from home this whole time. They haven't suffered. So they tell the people who are suffering how to feel. I'm tired of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not giving them my point. I'm done with them. I'm done with them, and I'm done with those that defend them. And I don't want to make this a long video because you already know how I feel about it. You already know how I feel. All right? And then they'll deny that things are problems in the middle of the island. Well, you can go to Hicksville and see what I see every day with the vagrants all over the place. You can see all that stuff. All right? You can deal with it. Somebody said they were bathing in the fountain today. So, it's easy for somebody who's living somewhere else to tell people in Hicksville how to feel. Oh, it's not that bad. Well, they sit pretty in Massapequa. But that's the way these people are. Look, they're arrogant, they're snobs, and I can't stand them. And I'm done hearing them out. I'm done hearing those that defend them. Look, it's my channel. I can do what I want. All right, I don't even have to have a comment section, but I want to have a comment section because 95% of the comments I get, even those that I don't agree with, are awesome comments. But there's that 5% that just want to be intimidating on here, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And yes, comments are held for review here, and but I had been allowing it. Now I'm not. Next time I get those comments, I'm going to remove the comment, and I'm going to block the individual who posted it. It's that simple. I'm done with people who defend the snobs. I'm done with them. You can like the snobs. I'm not telling you not to like them, but don't tell me how I should, because I don't, and I'm not going to change my mind. All right? They will get what's coming to them someday with the way they're acting. It's a shame that their behavior during this pandemic has been absolutely abhorrent. We've seen how they just ignore the rules. But again, these are people that think the rules don't apply to them. They think that they're invincible. They're pretty in their enclaves. They don't have to deal with all the problems that everybody else has to deal with. So, again, but I'm not. See, I'm getting stressed out over it. I can't get stressed out over it. I can't. I got enough problems in my life right now. I can't deal with the snobs and those that defend them anymore. I'm done with it. All right. And if I want to go to the South Shore, I'm going to go to the South Shore. I have a right to go there to visit for the day. I don't want to live there. They says, "Oh, you're just jealous. You want to live there." I really don't. I don't fit in there. It's an uppity place. It's changed. It's nothing like where I grew up. No, I don't. I don't. And I know I can't change anything. I know I can't. So that's the other thing that I've spoken about, is that I can't change anything anymore. I have to focus on the main things that are most important to me, and that are the Pine Barrens and the environment. I can't change. That's up to you. That's up to you to change it. I can't change the political thing. That's up to you. I mean, it's like New Jersey and the tyranny there going on with their governor. You live in New Jersey, you can contact your governor about getting those restaurants open. All right. Fortunately, on Long Island, I can sit inside and everything is okay, and hopefully that continues. If it doesn't, there's going to be a problem, and I'm going to have to, if I was in New Jersey, the situation would be very different. If I was in New Jersey, I would have probably defied it. I don't know how it would have what would have happened, but I would have probably had a sign that said, "I have a disability. I can't be sitting out in the heat. Um, Please let me have my dinner in peace. I'm sitting more than 6 feet away from the nearest human being. I'm not putting anyone else at risk." All right. So that's basically what it is. It's just a shame that people have used this virus to really just have so much power over people. It's disgusting. It really is. And then you have those who just don't take it seriously. Like I said, we have this extremism. That's what I spoke about in my Pine Barren Psych video, and I know I was very irritable in that video because I was annoyed and I got on that train and I saw half the people didn't have masks. And the good thing is Newsday has now put an article that people are noticing that people aren't taking mask wearing on the train seriously. But Pat Foy is continuing, well, we're not really going to throw anyone off the train for refusing to wear a mask. But somehow, we're not going to throw anyone off the train for wearing a mask, but if somebody on a 95-degree day in New York City needs to sit inside a restaurant because it's so hot out there and have their dinner, then they'll get arrested by the police. Makes a ton of sense. Makes a ton of sense. This is the messed up thinking of the governor. If the governor, like I said, take them seriously this whole time, but once he started allowing those protests and the craziness going on with the rioting in the city and the reaction with him is very slow on it, it showed that if he's really serious about stopping the virus, he would have definitely done something to put a stop to that, but he didn't. He didn't. And his MTA is not taking stopping the virus seriously either, because you need to wear the mask. That's the main thing. You need to wear the mask I don't understand what the problem is. And this is like beating a dead horse, but if you cannot be more than 6 feet away from the nearest human being, especially in an indoor environment, then you need to wear the mask. Put it out simple for you, right? So it's that simple. Doesn't mean you have to wear it all the time. It just means you have to wear it when especially on the train, especially on the bus, especially if you're in a large group of gathering of people like what we saw at Fire Island and they didn't have masks on. This is exactly what I mean. It's just, it's these people that just, again, look, I don't want to make this video more than 15 minutes, so I've got about a couple more minutes to go, but I just want to make clear, I'm done arguing with people who defend the snobs. No one is ever going to change my mind about them, all right? And they will get what's coming to them one day. I've always hated snobby people. I've always hated people who use their money and their wealth and their status to look down on others and discriminate. You can sit pretty in your little enclave on the South Shore while the rest of us in the middle of the island have the problems. But I'd rather be in the middle of the island where the people actually are people I can associate with. Unlike you people who think you're just too good to associate with the disabled people because you won't allow them to live in their town and all that other stuff. But hey, that's what it is. They use their intimidation. They use the thumbs up, the thumbs. They use everything they can to intimidate you. Don't intimidate me. I'm not going to let you intimidate me, and I'm not going to let you stress me out. I was letting you get under my skin. Can't have that. I have enough of my own problems to deal with, which everybody here knows about. So that is going to be it. And look, I can't change the situation I have in my life. All right, I can make the best of the situation. All right. Yes, it's hot in here. It gets hot in here. All right, even with the air conditioner. Yes, I have to eat out in the summertime. As long as I can sit inside a dining room, that's fine. As long as I can do that, that's fine. If something changes with that, then there's going to be a major problem. The construction, that's an ongoing issue that hopefully now they're starting to move that other apartment along, so hopefully that'll improve. But there's nothing I can do about it. You can be fine staying home all the time, trading stocks or whatever you want to do. But I'm somebody who has to go out. When you have a brick wall, it feels very confining. And I'm sorry if you don't understand that somebody who's never lived in an apartment like this won't understand. And this is a nice apartment. This is a well-run building. It's nothing to do with that, all right? It has to do with the fact that everybody's situation is different. So what works for you may not work for someone else, you know? And that's the problem we have with the government. You have the same kind of mentality. And there are a lot of people in New York City in apartments probably that face brick walls that are hot, and I feel very bad for them because they can't go inside a restaurant in New York City to eat in air conditioning. They'll have to travel somewhere else. But you know, people, they just go along with it instead of, you know, the tyranny. These governors, if everybody didn't listen to what they had to say about this, and just everybody opened the restaurants and let people sit inside, as long as they were responsible about it, there really wouldn't be much the governor would be able to do to stop it. But because people just go along with it, again, it's just a herd mentality, and it's a scary thing that's happened in this country, that the people just won't fight for their independence and their freedom anymore. They just sit there and take it. Yeah. I can't change that. I can't change that. I got to focus on how I deal with this whole crisis and everything. So that's going to end this video, and I hope you understand why I had to make the changes with the comments. Again, 95% of you, this does not affect. It affects a couple of people who just constantly defend a certain demographic, and I'm done with them. I'm done with them, and I'm done with it. So I don't want to hear from them anymore. I'm done with it. All right, you know, there is no more defending the snobs on this channel anymore. If you like the snobs, good for you. Great, but you know, no one's forcing you to stay here. Take care, everybody, and thank you for watching.